Freeman. This show is gross and disgusting and should only be enjoyed by adults. Sick, perverted adults. Listener discretion is advised.
Well, if dating profile should be easy, interest, puss, and the crushing of puss, shutting that puss down, annihilating that puss, making that puss uninhabitable for 1,000 years, and feminism.
Welcome to the American Moron Entertainment Network.
P-word. The P-word.
The P-word.
I thought I banned the P-word.
So glad so many famous people will keep bugs from.
Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they know they're doing it, but...
Well, they're not they're getting paid what we're getting paid.
Oh, they're getting double.
Double or nothing is
they're getting
double.
Double what I get paid, yeah. I told them I'd double or triple it. No worries. So, yeah, welcome. It's Tuesday. Yay.
Yay.
Yay. What is it? What the hell?
I did my dry run for, going to work and then coming and doing this.
Nice.
Going in the office. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's got to suck. But, hey, did you get the Eagles won?
Eagles won. Philadelphia Eagles, for those that aren't from our fair area.
If you're from Dallas or you're an asshole and a Dallas fan, I apologize.
Sorry for your loss.
Sorry about that. Sorry. I just think
now we have to face the Niners, and they are looking pretty good.
No. I don't know. I mean,
I watched the game. It was a great game.
Yeah, it was cool. I just don't understand people who like Dallas around here. I mean, I don't think you have to hate them.
No, I can understand if you were born in Dallas and moved to the Philly area.
I like the Vikings, but I just do. But
they just do Dallas.
But it's like they dig it in. It's like people who like Pittsburgh around here. And it's like, you're just being a jerk, right? Not everybody, maybe not everybody, but if you say it's America's team, I will disagree with you because it's not the 70s anymore.
Well, they had hot chicks on the sideline back in the day.
And an unlimited amount of money. So, yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? All right, I'm going. It's like back when the Eagles used to get, they used to take
some could
bottles.
say some of those things about the Eagles these days. I mean, they have put a lot of money,
but there's a cap
into their player. Yeah,
there's a cap.
Players, and they've chosen well.
Yeah, yeah. You have to work within the confines of the system, and there was no system back then.
That's why they have Howie Roseman.
So hey, whatever. It's the way it is. But hey, happy birthday to Kelly Crew.
Happy birthday, Kelly Crew.
We're a day late, but
and $1.70 short.
Yeah, at least. And and happy birthday to Ed Edmondson. I'm a big fan of his. If you don't know him, Google him. And if you do know him, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Are you broadcasting? I don't see anything.
It is, and I hope people can hear us.
Let's see. There it is. Oh, yes, I look.
Seemed like it was working.
Stunning as always.
Let's
okay.
see.
Are you broadcasting?
And
I'm actually not muted. There it is. It works.
Let's see if the sound effects are working, though.
Oh, my God. That looks awful.
Your days of finger banging, old Mary Jane Rottentrot, through her pretty pink panties, are over.
You ought not talk that way.
Yep. I think it's working.
So let's see if I open up the sound, what happens.
Yep, I think it's working.
So let's see if I try it again.
Quality fucking time, sweetheart.
Try it again.
Quality fucking time, sweetheart.
There you go.
It's there. It's not.
There you go.
Not robust.
It's there. It's not. Yeah, I mean, it'll come through. It's working. So
at least there's something.
Yeah, something there. Yeah. So, all right. So when you're done that, I have something fun to show you. Unless you want, actually, you can try it now.
That's fine. I can nurse this all night.
All right. So let me do this, and you have to not look. So
I went to Photam Nam about 2 weeks ago. That's
you were in the Nam, dude.
Photam Nam about 2 weeks ago for dinner, and picked up some to go from them on Sunday. I think it was Sunday. I don't remember what day it was. Whatever day it was raining, Sunday, and it was just as good as takeout. I have to say, honestly, it was
as takeout.
Just a little plug to that place. That place is great. They're over there in Germantown Pike, in West Norton, I guess, or whatever that area is. Woodpayne. I don't know what the area is, but damn, that food's good.
All right, don't look at this. Just drink it.
Oh, that's what she said.
Yep. So,
okay.
Skull.
Look, I'm holding it like a 3-year-old. Oh,
that's
wait.
What you do. Yeah. That's how 3-year-olds drink. Yeah.
Right. Like,
mm-hmm. What do you think?
Interesting.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of flavor there.
I taste rye bread. I swear to God, when I say that, I taste rye bread.
Now look at the front of it.
Klaus Thaler.
Keep going.
Oh,
Just non-alcoholic. We were talked about for about 8 seconds about dry January.
well,
Brie,
I failed.
Brie bought this
miserably
for
on that.
herself, and we were making chili nachos tonight. So she used that to cook the meat and brought some up to me.
That's great.
And she's like, try this. And I tried it. I was like, holy shit, what is that? And I saw it was that. And I'm like,
I like it.
You know what?
No, it's good.
Yeah. And I mean, that's been my kind of like bone of contention.
And John.
And she asked the
welcome
question
to the
too.
show.
When you go to a bar, are you just drinking it to get drunk, or are you drinking it because you enjoy it?
Well, it's a twofold thing, I think.
Cheese sliced, never melted. I like that.
That's
very cool.
I was trying not to get drunk at the last Friday show.
You failed.
I failed, but I got great pictures.
You do have good pictures.
Yeah.
And I got to drive your car, so that's always fun.
Showed them to my wife when after I got home. She got a kick out of it.
Oh God.
Yep.
Sick bastard.
This young lady decided she wanted to pull her shirt up.
Decided that, huh?
Well, I didn't talk her into it.
Hey, Doc.
So I have these pictures on my camera. I don't know what she thought I was going to do with them. If I had put them on Facebook, I would have probably gotten in trouble.
You think?
Maybe. They might have thought I was with a child.
You kind of were.
By my standard, I was.
Yeah,
but
she
she was definitely over 21. But
did you card her?
I didn't have to. The bar should have.
Should have.
Yes.
Did they?
What am I, the fucking police?
Well, no, but you might get a visit from them.
No. It doesn't work like that.
Keeping kitty porn on your phone.
Now.
Well, no shit.
So John Michael's he's tuning in. I see him
Yes,
out there. He just
mhm.
said, "Hi, hey guys, happy
Hey.
Tuesday."
Hello.
He'd like us to come on his show. He'd like us to come up
Oh,
and
yeah.
do his show.
You should totally do it.
We need to speak with him offline and get the calendars going and figure out when that's possible.
Mm.
Weeknights are a little difficult, but for me, it's actually not that bad because where I work is not far from his domicile
And
or
I
his
work.
studio.
I just work across the hallway from where I sleep. So,
Yeah, so you just have to commute.
which is
But it'd be better
the
to
parking
go
lot
in
where I
one
park my car.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to put our heads together and figure that out and do the John Michael show. I think that'd be fun. It'd be exciting. And who knows what could happen.
Yeah, we have a caller on Podbean.
Vladimir Putin.
No, it's not him.
Hello, Ms. Cheese.
Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for having me on.
Cheese does sound a little melted.
I know that voice.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh my.
Have we met before?
Yeah. Doc, you have any guesses on who this might be? Not at all, no?
Maybe.
Listen, if you're going to do it.
Do it. Do it well.
Oh boy. There's so much I could say about this, but there's so much I can't say.
No, go ahead.
No, I can't.
No.
No.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Was it?
No, I can't. It's because if anybody, I'd get in trouble with there's a place I get in trouble with. So John Giangi, he's up on the show. Patty Phillips is on the show. They're all tuning in.
Hello.
Say hello to all those people. I only know because they type something.
My apologies. I'm
I
on the
can't
other screen.
see who's actually listening. I can only see the people who type messages. That's my one secret power that I have with this screen.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. Well, we always could bring
Patty
that
Phillips,
on.
you need to get your ass out to a show. I know we don't play in your area, old school or
what the hell?
instinct.
Yeah.
But you need to get your ass, in the car and come to a show sometime. Make it an event and come out and see the bands or whatever. And that'd be cool. Bring Elsie.
Yes, sir.
That'd be funny.
There you go.
I don't have any oh, you don't drive. Okay. Far. Well, the Bulldog doesn't have bands anymore, so what do you do? I mean, I don't know. The closest we got to you was Tom and Jerry's last July 4th. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon again.
Philly's pretty far, but maybe I could make it out sometime.
Yeah, you might need to get a license first.
Did you get the operation?
I forgot to do my normal voice.
Yeah, well, I think the kids in the background give it away too.
Maybe the hormones would help.
Yeah. The nephews and niece in the background kind of kill it.
Just because I don't sound like a woman doesn't mean that I'm not one.
No, it totally does.
No, that's fine.
No, that's so good. And there goes my.
You had best square your ass away and start shitting me Tiffany cufflinks.
I mean, I was gonna do a game where we like try to guess if it's a a tranny or not, and then I thought I'm not even sure I can say the word tranny anymore.
No, you can't.
I don't know why.
Only if you're talking about cars. Yeah,
that's what I am talking about.
Well, I watch a car guy.
Definitely talking about diesels,
and he won't use that anymore. And every time he does, he stops, gets quiet, and then continues. It's hysterical.
I'm gonna go tell people like carburetor is a bad word or fuel injector means something bad.
They don't call it the master bedroom anymore because of slavery.
Is that what that came from? Honestly,
no.
I don't think it did, but I read that they don't call it that anymore.
That's the truth. That's what I call it because that's where the master sleeps.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
She's on the line right now, so Bree, you can tell them that's true. But damn, yeah, you gotta stop.
Who's Bree?
That's me.
Bree? Yeah. God fucking help me.
God, don't use the word fucking.
I just did. Oh, the hell, like no.
No, sir. I can't understand all of it.
Do you guys
went off the rails so quickly this time?
Do you think I look like a girl?
No,
I wouldn't know.
In my picture,
that the picture does look like it's a girl, but that is not you.
So I was sitting, prior to the show.
I love you, boy.
My wife just got home from work, so we're sitting there talking, and she goes, "What's tonight's topic?" And I said,
Noel Hargrave.
There are no topics.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, sir.
It just happens.
Yeah, I mean, I've got shit written down for when we get messed up and stuff. But
I said Jim comes with an agenda. But
no, I don't. I just have ideas because you get distracted by squirrels, and then we're off down another rabbit hole somewhere. And I know I mixed my metaphors, but I don't care. So
manhood.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know what to say.
This show is not Heaven's Dreams. It's a nightmare of unimaginable depth of horror.
It's like sex.
It is not like sex.
They think it's
never
one way.
You've been having some fucked up sex, man.
Yeah.
Oh, jackpot.
There you go.
Sounds like we got the wrong hole.
Now, wait, wasn't there something you wanted to talk to Doc about last week?
Oh, yeah. Whoa. The goats are
About the muscle.
No, I watched Black Adam, and I wanted to tell you that I thought it was very good.
Your nightmare is still playing.
There we go. It's a long clip.
Jesus.
I thought it was good. I really did.
Yeah, a lot of
and I think
on
DC shit the bed.
Why they gotta call him Black Adam?
Fuck those guys.
He's black.
Because he wears black. With Captain Black on Captain Scarlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he said.
Well, the guy next to me is shouting. I don't know why.
Are you torturing him?
Sounds like there's a small human speaking in the background as well.
Who's this? Who are you talking to? Who's in there with you?
Alien.
Alien!
Let's come together.
Nope. Okay.
So anyway.
Yeah.
In the last week, since I spoke to you, I have an echo.
There is an echo.
No,
no echo now.
Yeah. I found out some great news, and you may have heard about it.
I have heard. I was there. Yeah.
Old School, my cover band.
Still here.
is closing out the M Pre party. Now, that
That's
sounds a little
confusing.
strange.
Yeah, that really did.
So every year in Columbia, Maryland, there's a hard rock metal festival which celebrates all that is 80s. And it's usually the first weekend in May. And all these bands come that are from that era, like Quiet Riot and bands like that, you know. And they come and play for 2 or 3 days. And there's all this stuff that goes on. Hey, Kay Hoffman. Hello.
Drinking,
and Kelly Crew.
Drugs. Happy birthday, Kelly.
And so they have this big rock concert down there in Columbia, Maryland.
Oh, buy cheese.
And they have other shows that are, you know, like, what do you want to call it? A parasite on the, you know, a tick on the mule's ass or whatever.
I would call it all those things. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a show that goes on the night before the first performance goes on. It's offsite, and they invite a bunch of bands to come play. And they've asked Old School to close out the night this year. And that's going to happen. Detox Productions has asked Old School to close the night out. And one of the bands on the bill with us that night is Rat Rod, because everywhere I go, I play with Rat Rod, whether I'm either an Instinct or an Old School. We're on the same bill as those guys. So it's great to be sharing the stage with those guys that night. And I'm really excited about this because I've been asking this guy, Dave, for years to put the band on. And last year, I had the pleasure of sitting down with Dave. We went to an after party where a lot of the bands go and hang out. And I got to spend some time chatting with him at a table. And then, of course,
what you like to eat in there?
Chicken pot pie. And
Yes, sir.
Earl Caps, who's the leader of the M3 Rockers user group on Facebook.
I thought it was Poobah.
Well, Grand Poobah, the leader, whatever you want to call him.
I just assume Poobah.
Grand Mufti.
Yeah, there you go.
Earl had spoke with Dave Dillman, and they some things happened, and next thing you know, here we are. We're going to be playing there, so that's pretty exciting. So I have that to look forward to. I have February 5th. I'm playing with Instinct at Sweeney's in Northeast Philly on a bill with a bunch of bands, and I'm pretty psyched about that because Instinct's got some stuff going on. Because we're going to probably cut a record this year, so
yay!
If they can get their act together and book some time, I'll be there. I can't do everything.
Oh my
God! And if they hear me say it, they'll probably be mad at me or something.
Good night.
Okay, but anyway,
yeah.
So there's some cool stuff going on, and Johnny's band, my drummer from Instinct, he plays in a band called As We Become Ghosts. They had a big gig over in Jersey at the Union Firehouse this past weekend. They did very well. They had a good turnout.
Sounds like a Bruce Springsteen song.
It does. And Heaven's Edge played downtown Philly at the Brooklyn Bowl. And I was looking at pictures of that. That place was sold out, man. Those guys packed the room. And speaking of M3 and all things associated, the last couple of years I've gone to M3, they've played every year, which has been a pleasure to see those guys. Because I used to go see them at the Empire Rock Club back in the day. And I don't know if Instinct ever played on the same bill as them. I know we played with Gypsy Rose and a couple of those other bands, but I don't think we ever played with those guys. But anyway, kind of cool little anecdotal, I don't know, whatever you call it, little stories and things. And I'm happy about things. So I got a lot to be happy about, damn it, except for I'm going to be in the fucking office 3 days a week.
See, you got to stop being so damn miserable. What the hell?
I love that.
Is that goat?
It's not that goat. It's a goat.
What's going on in my pants? Looks like we got 6 more weeks of winter.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
Yep. So, oh my God. Does it just keep going?
It just keeps going. It's like the Energizer goat.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's too many goats. But
so, you know, I've been working on doing some things in voiceover the last couple months. And so I got a notification.
She's just agreeing with you.
I got a notification to send some stuff in for something, and I did. But there was one little box I was supposed to click somewhere, and I didn't. So I have a feeling that my submission.
They test you to see if you're paying attention.
Are you paying attention?
Yeah. They want to know if you're
But I was on
oriented.
two different websites to do this. One for the submission and one to acknowledge.
That seems odd.
I rest my case, and I'll show you, Jim.
Was it who sent you the thing to invite you to do?
This
is
is
it a
how-
Nigerian prince?
I got an email, but yeah, it was him.
Oh.
So you go in here, you click on this.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yeah,
takes
yeah.
you to another website where you make your submissions, but this eluded me.
Oh, you fucker.
See?
It's all over now.
Yep.
All done. Were you able to do it after the fact?
No. When you try to do it, it says sorry.
Oh, because you had to have
deadline was the
19th by
19th.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
didn't you?
see? And it was kind of cool because it was for a car insurance company. And I like cars.
Was it Schwab Insurance?
No.
Oh.
Grundy Car Insurance.
That's like Schwab, just spelled differently.
Schwab's an investment company.
No, Schwab Insurance is.
They have an insurance?
There is a Schwab Insurance, yes.
Good for them. But anyway, so that's that. And did you know that George Lynch is coming locally? He's February 18th. He's going to be up in like Penn's Peak or something.
He did not tell me that.
Oh, I thought he notified you about that.
He was supposed to.
He's going to be there with Doc and then. Well, no, maybe it's just George Lynch and AO. There's so much good music, man. I mean, but everybody's old. That's the downside.
Yeah, people do tend to die and stuff.
Really? Ugh. Speaking of Rocky there, I watched the show on Paramount, Tulsa, and that is an excellent television show. Very fun show.
Yeah, we don't get Paramount, but if we do.
They have on there the show 1923, which is a prequel to
Yellowstone,
and 1883, which 1883 I think was one of the best shows I've ever seen. And the mayor of Kingstown is also on Paramount. I think that's as good as Breaking Bad. That's a pretty bold statement.
I never saw it. Caitlin watched; she liked it.
Breaking Bad is excellent, dude.
We just started Last of Us.
Oh yeah, we're watching that too.
So watching that.
We watched one
Bad
episode.
Bad Batch is back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What
you
else
know what's
going
coming
on?
is Mandalorian.
Mandalorian's coming back. Yep. I made a big dent into my Halloween stuff.
And Andor's up for all kinds of awards.
Well, yeah, it's pretty
as
good.
it should be.
I still loathe the fact that that actually something I wanted to mention. Did you hear? Disney has the Star Cruiser Hotel.
Oh, they're having all kinds of problems.
Because it's $6,000 to stay
I
there,
know.
man. It's stupid.
Iger's making some pretty bold changes, though.
Yeah, but come on. I'm sorry, you do not make a resort.
Well, he wasn't there for that.
Fucking Disney, man. I hate Disney. Hate them.
Well,
you like Disney?
I can tell you, I went there.
Disney, but
when was I there, Jim? It was around Halloween.
What's that?
You hate Disney, but you were just praising all their shows.
Their shows, but some of them.
Fuck those guys.
I was in Disney.
Disney fucked up Star Wars completely. They did. They all the stuff they've done.
The prequels were fucked up by Lucas.
The prequels were bad, but when I watch the prequels now and then I watch the shit Disney did, come on.
It's all bad.
Disney is just awful.
Did you hear they got?
They got some things right.
They got
what's that, Doc?
They got the streaming rights to Doctor Who now.
Yes.
No, they'll probably fuck that up. They'll probably fuck up the stuff that's already been put on film.
We start talking about Disney and Doctor Who, and people just start dropping off like flies.
Well, that's what you get. But no, I mean, Disney everything's too damn expensive. Everything's too.
I was going to tell you the story about being there and how expensive it was. And at that time, you had to have reservations for everything. They're trying to change all that right now. They're trying to put the genie thing back in and all that stuff. And
welcome to post-COVID. It's fuck.
Well,
you
now
guys.
it's dead there.
Yeah, because
now it's
who the hell wants
dead.
to hang out with a bunch of people in Florida, man?
Well, they're not people from Florida, though.
No, but they're in Florida. It's you walk through an airport in Florida, you're going to get COVID. I ain't going to get that shot. You're going to put a tracking chip in me. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. They've got tracking.
Well, I can tell you all the
you
people,
got tracking chips.
all
so
the people
small that
in
you
my
can put it in
mom's
that needle
that my mom is in contact
anything.
with have all gotten
Fucking
shots. And they live in Florida, and they all do it, and they do what they have to do, and some of them still get shit and have problems, and because it doesn't stop you from getting it, it just makes it a little less
easier.
potent.
Yeah. But
it's like getting the flu shot, folks. Anyway,
I don't know I don't know who the hell I was talking to. Oh, I think I was working at Quest, and some guy was talking about I forget what it was, just as COVID was starting, and or no, I guess it wasn't Quest. I don't know where the fuck I was. I was working for my dad.
Yeah, you were. That was the powder time.
But I was talking to this guy, and he was talking about how he's from, I think it was Mississippi, and he went back to work, and he went down there, and everybody was just like yelling at him, like, "Why are you wearing a mask?" He's like, "Because I don't."
Well, there was a lot of mask shaming going on at one point.
I was against it when they were doing it, like, "Oh, it'll protect you." No, it won't.
No.
But then when they said COVID had you had all the symptoms and none of the symptoms, like, oh, right. Okay, that makes sense then.
The guy to talk to about masking would be Matt McKeon, Mr. Filter.
Oh?
Because he'll tell you what mask would actually filter out a virus.
None of them. Not in 95.
There are some.
Not anything you're going to buy.
He knows of some.
He probably does, and he's going to spend buku bucks.
Right.
And then 95 is a 3-micron mask.
However, it would prevent spittle.
Yeah, it hangs up spittle.
Yeah,
and slobber and stuff
so that
like
you're
that.
not spraying it on the other people around you.
But selfish Americans, I know. But at
this point,
that's probably redundant.
It's you've reached basically the herd level.
Sort of. Yeah, so I don't care.
Look, you're being exposed to it.
I get exposed to shit all the time. I roll around in it and then I get immune and it's fine. And it's just what pisses me off is people like, I ain't a real thing. I'm like, oh shit, I got to go to the graveyard and dig some family up then. That's embarrassing.
I was talking to somebody today. I was telling her how many people, when I invite people to shows, whether it's this show or an old school show or an instinct show, and I have to manually invite. And on Facebook, they used to be able to do massive invites, and now they pare you down, so you can only do 50 at a time, and then sometimes it's one at a time. In any event, I go through my lists, and I start looking at names, and I go dead. Yep, this one's dead. That one's dead. Like there's so many people that 4 years ago were here that aren't, and I know a number of them died either directly or indirectly from the virus, and that's a bummer, man.
I had a list I put together of this is it, all the people who died last year that we may know. This is a partial
I didn't
list.
invite any of them to the show.
No, these are famous people and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know them.
I started doing it, and I was like, I don't really know if I want to talk about this.
It's
depressing. Really depressing.
Yeah. Well, Meatloaf was a prominent denier. And that's what he died
That
from.
didn't bite him in the ass.
It bit him in the chest. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do this now.
I wonder how, well, I'm not going to.
What?
Yeah.
No, well.
It's fine.
Yeah?
No, it's over.
I don't know what this is. Let me play this and see what it is.
What'd you find?
Don't know. Ah, okay. I want a beer, so I'm pulling this out. All right, so here you go. So this week, it's another pale ale called Sound Machine. This one's from York, PA. This is 6.8%. Ooh.
I like it because it has a skull on it.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that.
And it says Sound Machine.
Yeah. It's a neat little label. I
didn't bring a glass.
I'm sorry.
Damn it.
I'm a little annoyed.
Clickety clack.
A lot of these things seem to be this is another pale ale, but it's really pale.
So Kay Hoffman, you're wanting to see the band Old School Limerick area. I'm going to interrupt our beer tasting. I need a place for us to play. I'm still waiting to hear back from Blackjacks because apparently they are going to start having bands again. So we're going to work on that. But there aren't many other venues that I know of. I mean, if you know a place and you know the manager of the place, have them contact me. I'll be glad to come up there. That's the only way I can do it at this point. I don't have the time to drive around, unfortunately, and go scout bars like I used to. So that's the downside of my lifestyle anymore. I work too much.
I reckon.
But we are only a 35-minute ride from you to here. So, and if you're in Limerick, it's only 15 minutes away.
I don't know. Where's she live?
She said Limerick area.
Oh, I'm not on that screen.
Ah, okay.
Screwballs
Screwballs is a place we play in all the time. Peppers. They're King of Prussia venues.
Mhm.
So food for thought. And we also do the Bridgeport Rib House. We do that like once or twice a year for a special event.
Now, does the Depot have bands?
I don't know if they could afford to pay a band, but that would be badass.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, because then maybe we could partner up with David's band.
Yeah, I think he'd love that.
I think David's band would sell that place out. We'd be laughed off the stage.
Ooh,
all right.
That's
So what we got here?
Cheeky. I did not expect that.
There's a whole bunch of flavors going on. There's like a fruity flavor.
It's a lot of citrus, and but it's malty,
and there's an herb at the end. You getting that herb? Not herb.
Yeah.
There's like an herb taste at the end of it, sort of like a
cloves,
something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Mm.
Doesn't really tell you. It just says not to drink it if you're pregnant. So
I'm not pregnant yet.
It doesn't say, but
if I become pregnant, I won't be doing the show anymore because
you'll be famous.
I'm going to be famous.
But I mean, I'm shocked that it at that flavor. This thing looks like pineapple juice.
It does look.
Really does,
maybe I'm
but it's
tasting
not.
a little bit of pineapple.
There's definitely citrus. I don't think it's pineapple. I think it's more like orange peel.
Maybe they dropped an orange peel in.
And you know what? And
seriously,
and Bree's listening, so she'll agree with
not
me.
Not a peel, but peels.
One of these days, I want to. Bree and I were talking. Bree was mentioning it, and I definitely want to do it. We were watching Hell's Kitchen. We watch it, because we like watching people get yelled at on TV.
I go to work for that, so.
But they
not the current job, the one before.
They do a blind taste test. So they have like ingredients, things like turnip and mashed potatoes, and they feed the people and they say, okay, what is it? And they always get it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like stupid shit. Like you give somebody like a mouthful of mashed potato,
and they're surprised what you can't identify when you can't see.
That's why I want to try it. I'm dying to try it. We
have
to do it this weekend.
Okay, well, I'm not doing
that. Not you, Bree. We got to do it this weekend.
Okay. This weekend, what am I doing this
Hello,
weekend,
Paul.
Jim?
How are you? I'm
watching
the
Eagles game.
Yep.
So Saturday, I'll probably have nothing to do.
Now, do you have the TV rigged up near the hot tub?
I do.
There you go.
I didn't think about that.
Just dial the tub down.
Down? Why? It's going to be
because
cold.
You'll die if you sit in that hot water too long.
Well, I'm getting these stitches out, so I can probably hop back in the tub again. I haven't been allowed to go in it.
Really? I thought you were supposed to soak stitches.
Nope.
Really?
Apparently, this was a very deep wound.
Oh, I had those.
Anywho.
That's right. Yeah, if you have it in, if it's in your
tomorrow I get my stitches out.
You want me to do it now?
Around 5 o'clock. Well, I think she wants to evaluate it first.
Oh, okay.
She being my doctor.
Give me some gloves and
I could pull it out too. I've been anyway. Neither here nor there. But I am looking forward to this Eagles game. I mean, you're welcome to come over and we could watch it in the hot tub. I don't care. Get the ladies and go. We could all go out there in the hot tub.
There you go.
But you're only good for 20, 25 minutes in the hot tub. And then it gets a little dicey.
I'm saying you pass out.
Yeah.
I've sat in those things for hours. I love that shit.
Well, especially after I had my heart thing done.
I mean, I would just turn into an albino prune.
But even when I was younger, I would get in a hot tub and I would start to get like dizzy after I was in it more than 25 minutes.
I only did it once. I was I used to take a bath in our deep soaking tub when I didn't feel well. So I figured, okay, if it's a virus, I'm just going to burn it out. So I used to take I used to really, 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 really scalding hot baths. And the one time I did it, I got up and I was like, oof, a little bit of a head rush.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Walked out of the bathroom, walked into the bedroom, and I started to feel dizzy. So I have like a towel on, and I walked out into the hallway and just laid down on the top of the steps.
That's what you do.
And I was like, Ray, and she's like, what are you doing? I'm laying there naked with a towel across me because I'm trying to be modest.
Same thing has happened to me.
And it was the only time I've ever done that. I was like, really, I think I had like the flu or something.
Talking about, but it really does happen.
Yeah. So I was nude and I passed out.
Well,
I don't like passing out when I'm nude.
Yeah, because somebody could take advantage of you.
Well, I would hope anyway. Jesus Christ. I was in my own house, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Sliced cheese will take advantage of you.
What's that?
Sliced cheese will take advantage of you.
Yeah.
He's on the Week channel or something. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, we can hear him. We have to stop babbling over him and then we're fine. But
That's where she belongs as well.
The hell is this?
Willie Weber doing news weather.
Oh, I liked it when he did cartoons. I don't see him do news.
15, high Saturday in the lower 30s. Outlook for Sunday, partly cloudy with seasonable temperatures. Right now, it is 0 degrees in the Delaware Valley.
Oh, such a thing never happened. Why is it that announcers from the old days, like the further back you go,
the higher pitch their voice sounds when they do it?
It was a way of doing. It was,
I mean, is it the recording or is it that just the voice?
But they had a deep voice. It was the broadcast technology.
I was going to say because they all sound kind of
very mid-rangey. It was very so it was sort of like this.
The technology was very much like this. So as deep as you got, you just sounded high.
I just imagine like guys would go into job interviews like, "Hi, hello, sir. I have throw their hat down. I have Moxie. You got to hire me." It just sounds ridiculous.
Oh boy!
The hell is this? Is he still doing the fucking news?
I don't know what it was. Here's the cartoon thing you were talking about. There's a whole bunch.
Oh, there's Harvey Tunes. I like Harvey Tunes.
Gene London.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I remember the Gene London show when he was like more of a hippie.
Let's see if they have that. I met him.
Didn't he just die or something?
I think he's still with us.
Really?
But he came to my grade school when I was in first grade. My teacher reached out to him and had asked him to come out. Oh my God! Here's the.
Gene London came to your grade school?
He did. Yep.
I can believe that.
And there's that's the TNT pinball guy.
Mm-mm.
I don't know how that guy's feeling. There's something wrong with that guy.
Whoever can swallow the most Tylenol PM wins.
Yeah, there's Gene London.
That's Gene the dancing machine.
I see you wearing your big shorts.
Gotta read this letter for you. It's from Huntley,
Chuck
Montana.
Berry.
Huntley, Montana. And it comes from Dan Parlish. And he says, I watch a show every day on a Billings, Montana station, and I love Gene the Dancing Machine. I just wish you'd give him another chance. So, all right, let's give him another chance. Lay it on now. Here comes Gene.
This is bullshit.
It's amazing the show ever actually got airtime.
Yeah. You think it's true he was in the CIA?
No.
Oh, this fucking guy.
Remember this?
Yeah.
There's a lady I work with. Her name's Jean, and every time she calls my phone,
you don't.
I answer the phone and I go, Jean, the dancing machine.
Mm-hmm.
She's used to it.
That's like when I was in high school. I worked at this place, and this one supplier, whose name was Virginia, used to call in, and my boss's son used to answer the phone like, Virginia! And I was like, God, that's creepy as hell.
It's a little creepy.
It's a lot of creepy.
Chuck Barris. That's who that was.
Yeah, Chuck Barris.
You little bastard!
And he looks like Gene London.
He does?
There's a similarity.
Yeah, he got two eyes and a nose, yeah. I don't know. Gene London to me always looked kind of like...
You don't have to say it.
No, he looked like one of the bugaloos near the end. He looked kind of, like I said, he looked kind of like a hippie. What the hell was I just thinking of now?
I don't know. Something left your brain?
Yeah, something just flew away. Damn it.
Damn squirrels.
All right, welcome back, Paula. The hell?
She was at the show the other night.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people there. It was a weird crowd. It ebbed and flowed.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of people down near the front of the bar that, the regulars down there.
And then the PA went wonky. I hate that term, by the way.
Wonky?
Yeah. I hate that.
But
it's a good description of what happened.
But Erin and her sister were there.
Yep. Terry.
Who else? Oh. And then just, there were just random people, but it was a good crowd. Like, people hung out.
Yeah. It was a fun show.
Yeah. How long was Frank there?
I don't know.
He just appeared and hung out?
Yeah. And then I go up to get a drink, and, as he pointed out, it was 2:15 by the time we loaded out.
Yeah.
I was less than happy, but probably a little happier the next morning because I didn't have a hangover.
After a run-in with Mothman, an unidentified flying being.
What the hell is that?
It's from Inside Edition. Mothman.
Man.
He done come down out of the sky.
I did recently find what I thought, and I think it's part of a show that I had on videotape from back in the 90s. And I swear to God, the tape was like the Ark of the Covenant. Like I kept it.
Oh, I remember when.
And I marked
every
it.
once in a while they'd be like, "Yeah."
But I was like, I wouldn't watch it because it scared the shit out of me. It was a paranormal thing, and it was mostly it was just, you know, it was normal stuff, and it was a little dodgy because some of the stuff happened in our apartment over at Kingswood. So that was kind of weird. But then
it was just the roaches getting crazy.
But no, they were down in the laundry room. This was actually in our room, but in our actual apartment. But no, man, it was like they had just there was this one picture in particular. You didn't know what it was. You know, you're looking at it, you're like, all right, it's a bunch of people in a cave. What the fuck? And then all of a sudden you see what is in the picture, and it's like, oh, I'm never watching this again. It scared the shit out of me. But now I want to see it because it's been long enough. Oh.
So we're gonna have a whole bunch of these kind of lights in the front now.
Neat.
Yeah.
Is that what you just ordered?
Mike ordered some stuff.
That looks like his kit setup too.
Yes, we're going to have 4 of those in the background. Or in the front ground, I should say.
Just flinging around, and I can't remember what they're called. Like the ones mounted on the gimbal, just doing this, going around and around. And you know you're probably going to. Well, I'm thinking Facebook probably does not know.
I don't know. There's New Instinct song that I was working on. I can play you some of that if you want to hear it.
You can play that? Yeah, why not?
Well, let's see if I can get it to come through the show. Let's see, it's somewhere here. I don't know, desktop.
Oh my God.
Where do I put stuff?
I don't reckon I know nobody named Jerry.
Okay.
Almost sounds like I know who that is, but it almost sounds like that time.
Yeah, I think that is him.
Whatever happened to that guy?
I don't know. I was kind of hoping he would call back again, and I do have the entire time he was on. I do have. I have been taking like stuff. Nope, there it is. I do have the whole thing that he was on. And I keep trying to scavenge stuff.
14 hours.
There it is.
Drinking, nothing to eat.
Hey.
Don't shake, motherfucker.
It's classic television, man.
Oh, man. That's been a long fucking time ago. That's why I like shit like this instead of some professional fucking punk shit.
Like even when we were talking to him, I had no idea what he was talking about.
He knew what he was talking about.
What's going on, fellas?
He was just so great.
I wish he would call back.
I don't even know his name. I just know he's like welder guy.
You ain't fucking shitting me. But they did give me some a small amount of like numbing shit. You got my dog looking at the damn phone.
I mean, you can't. They're like classic one-liners, man.
Yeah, this is like you could use this for anything.
I thought I was on a Clockwork Orange, you know. I couldn't imagine pulling it off by myself.
That's amazing, man.
This is what I love.
I was around partying and doing coke and riding around in an IROC with my buddy, and
of course it was an IROC.
And I think we just asked him, "What'd you do this week?" You know, like that's what he said.
That's fucking funny. I don't know.
Thank you. I reckon I'm gonna have to get used to looking at pretty people.
It's close, man. I mean, the similarities are uncanny.
Oh shit!
They're uncanny. See,
I love you, boy.
That's why I like shit like this.
It ain't got no gas in it.
think I found.
Man.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, pretty much same thing.
This is recorded in the hallway, like, you know, outside of the band room.
Yeah, right there.
So it's
To my-
you know, it's,
to my-
it's like,
to
you
my
know,
right.
you can imagine it's not a good recording, but it's actually it's horrible, but they'll give you an idea what the song sounds like.
Yeah, you don't give it too much. It causes a feedback loop and destroy the universe.
It's heavy.
Mm-hmm. What's it called?
The Madness. I can't wait to get a proper recording of this.
Yeah. When are you guys going into the studio to do
There's
that?
nothing in the works officially, but the conversations are there. It's probably the heaviest thing that Instinct has ever done.
It's hard to tell. It's a little muted. But it sounds good. Now you need to just get Rad Rod and a couple of, get Studweiser and go down to Screwballs and do another original night.
Be nice. Studweiser's been asked to play there by themselves.
Nice.
And host their own night.
Are they doing it?
I don't know.
Wouldn't it be nice, though, if you could go down and watch them play and you don't have to do anything, just sit at the bar?
Yeah, that won't happen.
Yes, yeah, it will. You just go down and don't do anything.
They're going to need a sound guy.
So have them get somebody else to do it. You need to relax.
I can't relax. See, I'm solo in here, but the recorder's over there, and I'm over here.
Mm-hmm.
And bass and drums are in the way.
Yeah, I mean, there are not a good acoustics in here.
Well, they are in here, but it would distort if you put it in here.
For that, this room is not going to do it.
Yeah.
It's too small.
You have to mic everything and go through a board.
Yeah, and you're getting a lot of like echo right back from the wall.
So that's a riff I wrote originally for Instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Then I asked Old School if they wanted to write a tune, and I showed it to them.
5 or 6 years go by.
Yeah, and so it never saw the light of day. And then finally, these guys, they wanted something different. I said, I got something different, and I reintroduced it to them. And
you showed them your prehensile penis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on my pinky.
There you go.
And that's how that. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool tune.
Now, did you guys work on something new yesterday?
Well, that was Old School. So
I know.
Yeah, Old School worked on 5 songs yesterday.
New songs.
5.
Wow.
Now we dabbled in 2 of them a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm. We refined them, and then we added 3 more.
Actually printed out the words this time.
Everybody had lyric.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good at memorizing that stuff, so I don't know what we're going to do on the backup vocals. I did just get my set list for this weekend, which is going to be at Nick's Roast Beef, Cotman Avenue, Friday night, Old School, 9:00. So that's going to be happening. Let's see what the set list looks like. Let's see if I can find it.
Don't give anything away.
Oh. From the looks of it and the way practice went last night, there's going to be some surprises.
Nice.
And hopefully they'll go well. Yeah, it depends on how early in the night they go in. If you follow my drift.
No.
Okay, then never mind.
Okay.
Drift is like, drifting.
Like driftwood?
Oh. Okay.
Sweet Jesus.
This is going to be a good show.
Oh, wait a minute now.
Oh yeah, there's
Oh, wow.
So
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And under it?
Oh yeah. Well, that doesn't get played too much.
Oh. Oh my God, a new one of those?
Yeah.
No, not that one. Go up, keep going, right there. You've never done that.
We do it every week.
No.
Yes.
Oh, I'm thinking of something else. Sorry. Thinking of something else.
New.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to be busy tomorrow night.
Yeah, neat.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't know if that's all the songs. I think one's missing. I don't know.
Now you just need to change up the Journey tunes so you save your sanity.
Yeah. Well, you do what you got to do.
Yeah. Oh, no. I get you have to play them. Like I said, I've seen the crowd turn.
I know. No.
To we're staying now,
right?
Because of that. Yeah, I get that.
And vice versa.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, you're gonna lose the drunken hillbillies
because of this one.
Why? What's wrong with that one?
People get tired of it. Not to mention it's spelled incorrectly.
Yeah, that's a little. I'm assuming it's Karen. Yeah, like Helen Keller's version of spelling something.
It's perpetual.
Yeah, don't use too many syllables. But yeah, I've noticed that on the sheets sometimes. I'm like, oh, that's cute. You just if you
I believe is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
You sure?
I think. Yeah, it just looks weird because it's all caps.
Isn't it NES?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, all right. I'm just looking for trouble then.
I mean, that's a word, but that's not the word that's supposed to be.
What?
Like where your cursor is.
That?
Yeah.
EV.
Yeah. Figured, yeah.
I should probably bring that then.
That'd be kind of cool.
I got to do something with it.
You'd have to mention that you're doing it for that because no one would get it.
Yeah.
I love how we're entertaining we are. We're being so cryptic.
I know. Well, if you want to know,
you got to go to the show.
Go to the old school show Friday night.
If you want to know, you go to the show. That's what Johnny Cochran would do.
You need to make a shirt. Now, you can't go this Friday because you don't get out of work till 6:30.
Yep. I have to work. Yep.
If you get out 30 minutes earlier, I could wait for you.
Oh, yeah, I'm not doing that. Hey, there's no way. We hire cretins and idiots.
Cretins.
Cretin.
And the other thing, breadcrumbs. Croutons.
Croutons, yes.
Yeah.
That's totally different word. But
anyway.
Yeah, we hired like
I thought somebody was going to call into the show. There were all these people that I'm going to call. Curry and Aaron said they were going to call in.
Oh, they lied. Well, yeah.
Yeah, they were drunk.
They were wondering if we were going down Saturday. And I said,
that wasn't going to happen.
I don't think so. But I was like, I don't think I'm not planning to, but if I do.
Wait, you're talking about Saturday? Oh, to Heaven's Edge?
No, down the Screwballs.
What's it?
They were down at Screwballs the next day for the Eagles game.
But that was Sunday.
Was that Sunday?
I didn't know they were going to be there for the Eagles game.
What is the Eagles? I don't know what day it was.
It was last Sunday.
It was so long ago.
I didn't know they were there. If I'd known that,
they were there. Yeah.
See, now I probably could have talked Nancy into going because she likes them.
But I
likes them a lot.
No, I don't. No, I thought it was Saturday night and it was crowded as shit.
Well, we were at the old school game on Friday night.
Was that, Doc?
The Eagles played Saturday.
That's what I thought. Yeah. It was Saturday night.
Oh,
and the Eagles were playing.
Man, this stuff's got some kick to it.
It was like it was wall to wall people down there, and I was just like, because even my daughter, she's like, "Did you want to go down there and get me some chicken strips?" And I'm like, "No,
we can get them from the Acme."
I said, "Well, no,
there's no more Acme.
It's not even that. It's just it was just way too crowded. It was going to be a nightmare."
Sure, Private Kyle.
It's one of those things. Like I went down there for a Phillies playoff game by accident.
Well, you and I walked in after the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it was like we came about 30 minutes too late.
They just vanished.
The place was trashed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was like we walked into, well, I mean, we went down, Brie, Caitlin, and I went.
I have to say, if they go, and I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but if we should be there,
we could do that.
I don't know if I could talk her into going.
You just have to get there really fucking early.
She hates that.
Sit in the back room where the ladies' room is.
I don't want to sit in the ladies' room.
No, in where the door is.
I don't want to sit back. I want to be where the action's at, man.
Well, it's right near the bar. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I want to be where I'm supposed to be.
You're going to be up there in a Barco lounger because she's not going to want to go if you're down at the bar. You have to make,
you know where I'll be.
Here. Yeah. Sitting in the lazy boy. And
yeah.
With
my dad's Eagles jersey on.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's one of those things. Like, you could go down there. You just have to get there really early. Like when I was saying, I was down there for.
It's like going to what do you call it? It's like going to one of those concerts where they don't have seats.
Yeah.
You got to get there early.
I went down there we went down for dinner. It was Caitlin and I was going to hang around to hear the band. Brie was going to come after work. So I'm in the back room, that thing where nobody
the catering room, I call it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Back there by the front window at a four top.
It's the old bagel shop.
Right. So I'm sitting there and Caitlin.
Is there even a TV in that room?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
a couple of them. And like Caitlin wants to leave. So I'm like, all right, let me go to the bathroom first. So I run the potty. I come back. She goes. So I'm sitting there, and I mean, they're like taking tables out.
What they should do?
Around. They stole my table.
Of course,
my physical table 3 fucking times.
They should put an I-beam on the back wall and open the whole place up.
Well, they have to kick out Bagelicious.
No. I'm talking about where
take that out.
Take that out. Put an I-beam.
They
in there.
could do that, yeah.
And then it would be loud. It's a bar, and you could even say take out the wall between the bar but that's fine. It's
I don't remember what it was like when it was Fiddler's Green.
I do.
Was that room there?
No.
Or that was part of the other place?
No, that was Bagelicious.
So that wall was it, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I remember from.
So there was the bar, and then there was the dining room, which had the green padded.
It was very
vinyl.
Italian.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. It was
Fiddler's Irish Green. Italian.
It was Italian. There's just my mom's Polish, my dad's Italian. The house was Italian, and there's just it drowns out everything else.
Yeah,
it was just overly Italian, but I remember that, and I remember going there, and it was like a weird clientele. Like there were tons of old people that would go there, like it was a restaurant. And then all the other freaks were.
It was a regular restaurant.
It was a restaurant, but then you had the bar.
So when I was growing up in Northeast Philly, there was a deli everybody went to called Barson's. That's what Fiddler's Green reminded me of.
Mm.
And if you're from Northeast Philly, you can feel free to chime in, but there's nobody listening, so it doesn't matter. From Northeast Philly, Gesundheit.
Yeah, but yeah, I remember being there. I think I was only there twice. I think one time I walked in there before I was old enough to be in there.
See, I stopped in there.
And then I went there for like an after party after a wedding.
I went there for lunch with a bunch of guys from work. We stopped in there because we used to come, First Quality at First in Allendale. That used to be called Confab. And
Oh, yeah.
That,
Yeah, I
it was
remember
the
that.
diaper place. Made diapers and whatnot. And we used to go there. I was my biggest client. She is quite fetching, I must say.
Oh, I just remembered I had this. I had this for a reason, though.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
I was trying. I left the show last week feeling really badly because I thought my feet stank. But then I went home and solved the mystery. It wasn't my feet.
I don't want to know.
It wasn't me.
Well, it wasn't me.
It was somebody's shoes.
Because if it was my shoes, you'd smell it now. The same shoes are on my feet.
Yeah, I don't smell it now either. I have the same shoes.
Same underwear.
Something was going on. All right, we'll get rid of that. I don't want to hear that. All right.
I'm always honest about.
Yeah, you that's what I was saying.
I
felt really bad.
Let gas go.
Like I'm sitting at home, like sniffing my sneakers, like
Kay's still here. Kay Hoffman's still here.
I apologize for all this.
But you don't know what Barson's is, Kay, right? You don't know what Barson's is. An old place in Northeast Philly. My grandmother used to take me there. It burned down in like the early 80s, I think, or something. It was good, you know. Well, you know, for me, it was exciting because we didn't go out to eat, you know.
My parents never used to when I was a kid, but
you know Barson's, Kay? Hold on, we have the delay.
Oh, okay,
that's interesting. That would. Then I have to chalk it up to Small World, you know.
Well, it's a restaurant. I mean, it's like me saying, like, wait, you've heard of Bennigan's?
Nah, it was really off the beaten path.
Well, so is Screwballs, but there are people that know where it is and have been there.
Right. I don't know. Anyway.
But I don't know. I mean, I was telling people at the show on Friday about the inn that used to be like diagonally across the way from Pepper's. Like there's Pepper's, there's that horrible gym, and then the pet store. Right there in the corner between the gym and the pet store, right at the end of the pet store, was a little hole in the wall.
Really?
It was like something from a video game.
Wow.
Like some medieval
I definitely
tavern.
was never in there.
I was in there when I was in college a couple of times that they would just like, you all, we don't give a shit. Come on in. Yeah, I just didn't give a yeah, nobody cared. You want another one of these?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have another one.
That could be trouble. Although I don't have to drive in tomorrow, but next week I will.
That's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
God help me.
That's okay. They reorganized my entire work group.
I was telling Nance about that.
About my work?
This is just.
Oh, what is that?
Her name's Carla Harvey. She's from the Butcher Babies.
Oh.
She's just fantastic.
Sounds particularly violent.
76 Les Paul Custom in wine red with coil tappers.
You are like a dog that saw a goddamn squirrel.
God, I love guitars. Oh my. So what else is
you
on?
You know better than that. You ought not say that word.
Yeah.
What else you got going on, dude?
I don't know. I
had to order new pants. I lost my favorite stage pants.
How the hell do you lose pants?
I don't know, man.
I lost pants once, but I gained a pair at the same time.
So I just had to spend $186 to replace them. And there's no patches on these. I'm hoping they show up somewhere.
That's fucked up,
they're
man.
Adler's pants. Maybe somebody took them. I don't know. I can't find them.
The only time I lost a pair of pants was...
you know what's going to happen? I'm going to like open up something and
yeah.
Oh, there they are.
Because how the hell do you lose pants?
Well, I always take a secondary set of clothes to every gig.
Uh-huh.
So
okay. So you change, I assume, in the men's room?
I do.
Okay. And then where do you put the primary pair of pants?
In my book bag.
So
I've gone through the book bag. There's nothing in there.
So do you think you were so wasted you left them sitting on a toilet?
No.
Okay.
No, they would have been the pants I changed into. So they would have had to been in the bag and fallen out prior because I didn't change. Up. Yeah.
See, I remember I played hockey at Old York Road, and I don't know if you ever know what that place is like. And if you ever Goldberg's fan, it looks nothing like that. It was
I would have no reference for that.
The show The Goldbergs. They live in Jenkintown, and it's in Jenkintown. The one kid plays hockey there, and it's nothing like Old York Road. Old York Road, at least
I
back
know
in the
that
day,
I know about because I worked at the West Coast Video right there.
The Old York Road
I
rink,
filled in a few times. I didn't
which
work
has
there.
nothing
I
to
was
do with
not
West
a regular.
Coast Video.
And there was a Roy Rogers there that I got sick at.
Again, not affiliated with what I'm talking about. They it was an outdoor rink. So the rink had a roof on it, but it was open to the and we used to play there, and it was a neat place to play. Like no boards, like the boards, and there was like a chain link fence. It was a horror show, but there were communal locker rooms. And it was like the it was like the Holocaust, man. It was like just clothes thrown all over the floor. And some dude took my pants and left his.
I had that happen in a dressing room when I was playing in a band. Somebody stole one of my stage shirts.
I mean, I was just glad he didn't take my keys. What the fuck is this nightmare?
Get ready. Rock and roll history.
Central anti-drug message is making our...
There's going to be a rock concert this weekend.
The Phil Lennon Stadium in Moscow tonight with people rock and roll.
I'm Kurt Loder here in Moscow again. But traveling from all around the world to donate their time and talent to the Moscow Music Peace Festival.
Just want to know, have you learned any Russian?
Remember this?
Mm-hmm.
I only hope
that's terrifying.
Through our music and through our efforts, we can open a little door somewhere and also open a lot of hearts.
Coherent.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, I think we're all playing in rock bands saying, oh, yeah, well, tomorrow we're going to do this, tomorrow we're going to do that. Well, tomorrow's here, and we're going to Moscow.
Oh, you're starting to piss me off, you little piglet son of a bitch.
The message to the youth will be a little bit different than it was 20 years ago.
What's this about now?
And I'm really proud
Dead.
that they've all taken their time and effort and their support to help the foundation.
Let's just get to it.
I was wondering if there was it to get to.
What the fuck?
They look Russian.
They are.
Why is it in Chinese?
That's where the feed's from.
Ah. I thought you'd be impressed. I knew that was Chinese.
Well, I thought it was all those little people.
No, I meant the words.
Oh. Anybody know who this is?
I don't even know who it is.
Skid Row.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was not a big Skid Row guy.
Well, that's a shame.
No, I mean, I was like, I knew the stuff that was on the radio, but that was about it.
I was really into them. Cinderella was the next band. Let's see. Just skip to the Skid Row.
I think I've heard this song before.
Yep. That's Jeff. He's passed.
Why then these guys are alive? I see guys I went to school with who I knew were like semi burnouts. And
So-
Jesus Christ,
dude, like he used to come to Instinct shows. I used to see him in the audience. He had a Porsche, it was a 944.
Oh, the newer ones.
It was a red 944 he used to drive.
Oh, just like Jake from
and it was
16 Candles.
We used to play a place called PJ's Red Garter in Clifton Heights, Delaware County. And Jeff lived around the corner. He was always there, constantly. He was a fixture at the bar. Him and my friend Jim.
Oh yeah, I was there too.
Another Jim.
Oh, it wasn't me.
All these guys saw Instinct play. No, they were all there back in the day.
I think it's funny that like kids are like they are appreciating this time. Like,
They should.
Caitlin's even said like she had a time machine. This is when she'd go.
If I had a time machine, I'd go back.
Oh yeah.
It was the best time of my life.
I mean, it's there was a line from Biloxi.
Not that listen, I am appreciative of all the things I have and all the stuff in my life now, and like my son and all that. But I had there was some stuff going on that was just it was good. Very good time. Good time to be around. It's like 300,000 people in this place or something. And a year after this, I was playing with Tommy at the Galaxy. A year or two after this, he was playing in front of all that, and then he was playing a bar. The Galaxy wasn't just a bar, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like I'm sharing a night with him, hanging out backstage. Before both of us go on, just chewing the fat. Like that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
If I could go back to little Paulie growing up and tell him,
that mafia guy.
Yeah. Crazy. We're just one, maybe 50 steps below this.
Well, I mean, like I was saying a minute ago, like the movie Biloxi Blues, there was a line that I never understood when I saw it in the 80s.
And what was that?
The line was something along. I'm going to paraphrase. I don't know exactly, but the movie was over, and the guy who was was it? I can't remember who the hell it was about, but anyway, he was talking about his time when he was in the Army. It was like Brighton Beach Memoirs and Biloxi Blues.
Oh,
and
Brighton Beach Memoirs was a great movie.
I
saw both of them.
Biloxi Blues was the second part of that.
I don't remember that.
And who was that? Who wrote that? Was it?
I don't know, but it was
Carl Reiner.
Oh, that would make sense.
I think. So it was an autobiographical thing. That Jerome is him. So he was talking about his time in the Army, and he's like, he was saying how he looked back on those times fondly.
Oh, so Kay's saying the 70s were the best.
And he said that, now wait a minute. Stay away from that rabbit. He was saying that he didn't even like the guys he was hanging out with. It was a bad time. He was in the Army. There was a war. And he said the only reason he really looks back on it fondly was because he was young. And I didn't get it at the time.
No. Oh, it makes complete sense.
Now I get it. I was like, yeah, it makes kind of sense,
This is Zach Wilde. Look, he's great now, but he was 20 years old, and he was in the.
Well, that's not Zach Wilde.
No, playing guitar. And Geezer Butler's playing bass for him from Sabbath. So to have a Sabbath on the stage.
Fucking Russians, man. Bunch of puffs.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Ask the Ukrainian.
That's Randy Castillo on drums.
God, Ozzy's got almost some muscle in that fat.
Yep.
It's weird watching him like his Jack's into the paranormal and he's really bad at it. But they have a show with Ozzy and Sharon where he tells stories about weird shit. And they rate it. Ozzy's looking bad, man.
But at this point in his life, he was still coherent.
But what's fucked up is my dad is like 93. Ozzy's what, 60, 70 years old?
74. I think.
And my dad looks like Bruce Wayne from Batman Beyond at this point. And he's more coherent than Ozzy is.
Well, he's got Parkinson's.
Mm.
Self-inflicted. I shouldn't say that, but
it could be.
His Parkinsonian symptoms from drugs and alcohol.
Well, it's like for all you folks out there to take Molly, they say taking that one time will give you Parkinson's.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What would be,
listen to Zach.
What would be your favorite?
What's that, Doc?
I feel like Ozzy now. I'm starting to talk and I can't finish my sentence. What would be your favorite Ozzy song?
Mine? I like Ozzy. Well, from like
Just Ozzy, not Sabbath. Just Ozzy.
Just Ozzy.
Just Ozzy.
Trying to think, man.
He's not even looking at the fucking guitar, dude.
I think it's either going to be Center of Eternity or You're No Different from Bark at the Moon.
Two underground tunes, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not. It's a tie between Diary of a Madman and You Can't Kill Rock and Roll for me.
I think one of the first songs that got me like from classic rock into metal was Paranoid.
Kay Hoffman saying Iron Man.
Well, the funny thing was the guy who let me listen to Paranoid, he had a 45 and Paranoid was on, I think, A, and Iron Man was on B of that 45, which if kids, you're out there listening, fuck you don't understand it. But
that's for sure.
I always thought it was kind of funny. I'm like, there's no way either one of those are a B side.
You know what? When we were growing up, if you wanted to see anything, there was no internet. You had to get a magazine and hope there was a picture in there of somebody you wanted to see.
And if it was those magazines, usually you had to wait and find them in the sewer.
16 magazine and Cream magazine and Hit Parader and Kerrang and
Tiger Beat.
And, that's where, my walls were plastered in Kiss pictures from all those magazines growing up. And, we didn't know anything about Kiss. All you knew was they were these guys in makeup and, you didn't know what they looked like. It was crazy, man. And it was insane when they took the makeup off. Not to mention that you didn't get to see two of the guys still because they weren't in the band at the time, but it's wild, man.
See, I didn't read any of that stuff. I read heavy metal and Mad and Cracked, but heavy metal and National Lampoon when I could find it.
Yeah,
because back in the day, that was up there next to like Hustler.
Marlowe Bookstore in Northeast Philly carried a lot over Northeast at the Roosevelt Mall. I think they had that stuff. I would assume. I still have a lot of my magazines up in the attic. I got rid of a shit ton of them when I lived in my first apartment, but I do have quite a bit of stuff up in the attic still. And in all these albums over here, which none of you people can see, there are tidbits of information filed in each of the album relevant from the time frame which they came from, record reviews and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I was cleaning something. I found all my ticket stubs, or at least a portion of them.
I found the one from the Journey 83 jam down in Philly. Down
So that was Journey and the Who?
No, Journey, Bryan Adams, the Tubes, Sammy Hagar.
Okay, I didn't go to that show. So I went to the Who and the Stones during that.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah,
the mega shows.
The Stones was the big one.
I was at that.
Yeah, that was massive.
That was my second concert. My first concert was Kiss, 1979, September 7th, 1979, with Judas Priest opening. And then was the Stones. It was at 81.
Yeah.
Start Me Up tour.
Yep.
And
that was like a comeback for them.
Oh, totally.
They went from like, yeah, we know these guys. There's the old guys. And that came out and all of a sudden fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
like,
it was crazy.
Yeah.
And I remember that summer I was in a thing called Teen Tours through the camp I went to. We went around, we went to different beach towns every day. That was
at-risk kids.
And
might
I
get into
can't
rock
even
and roll.
imagine today. Like we'd get to like the beach town and they go, "Okay, you guys, we're going to meet back here at 2:00."
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Dude,
off you went.
We went to Europe and they did that. They're just like, okay, this is Paris. Be back by dinner.
Right. They can't do that now.
No.
So we that was my favorite that summer.
Yeah.
I had this really cool girlfriend who was a year older than me at the time, which was pretty impressive. Her name was Jolie. And I smoked pot for the first time with Jolie.
You son of a bitch.
Savage. And she was my first real experience with a girl.
What year was this? How old?
Well, it was probably 1981. Probably
so
when
14, 15?
I was 14, 13 or 14. 14, I think.
14.
I just turned 14. And I met all, like, I can probably tell you everybody that was in our social group on that bus every day,
Yeah.
There's people that I went to high school with that were Bonnie Bogdanoff. Not that she's listening, but she's still out.
Oh, she's calling in. How you doing, Bonnie? No.
Jolie, my girlfriend Jolie Spainer at that time. Andrea Greif. I don't know, but there were all these
drum magnet.
So I'm 55K, and it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too. He's older than me by a few months,
but it was so much fun. I mean, just and we had overnight trips and all that stuff, and so the girls brought vodka and lemonade on the bus one day, and the guy who was our counselor, if you will, he was studying to be a lawyer. I don't know who opened their mouth, but somehow he got word. And he came back, "Can I try your lemonade?"
Yeah, they don't care.
And everybody, I'm sure the looks on our faces alone let him know.
Honey Badger don't care.
So he tried it.
We
drank it, and nothing was said, and we all went back. And there's no way he drank this lemonade without tasting the vodka.
Oh no, they don't. No, when we went to Europe, I was in. It was between 11th and 12th grade, so I was 16. We went off there, and I was in Catholic school.
I was the youngest of the group, by the way.
They did the trip, and our disciplinarian, who was a Christian brother, went with us.
No pun intended.
And I remember we were in a meeting after school about the trip, and the teacher, Miss Sorty, who was running the show, she's like, "Brother Ed's going to be coming with us," and I was like, "Oh, come on!" He was standing right behind me, and just like punched me in the back of the head. And I was like, "Oh, hey, brother, glad to see you." But he came along.
Morris Robb was our camp.
The first place we went was Paris. We were there overnight, and before we left to get on the train to go over the Alps and go to Venice, we all went to the wine shop. Now, I was 16.
But it's different in Europe. It's legal.
It's totally different. I was 16. There were a couple
of
of 17 and 18-year-olds, and then the youngest kid was 14. Was a freshman. So we liquored up. We got on the train. So we're all doing this. We're all doing like whatever. And then at the end of the night, the train compartment was like where the end of your computer is there. Like it was maybe like 8 feet to that wall, and maybe like the same. I mean, it was a cube, maybe like 8 by 8, and there was 6 of us in there. We crammed something like 25 kids in that room, to the point where I had to I had like a Swiss Army knife, and I used it to take a panel off and crawl into it to have somewhere to hang out. So we're there, and the Christian brother shows up, and I was in the bathroom, and he was there yelling at all the kids, like laying down the law. And I walked up and opened the door, and it's like he's in this dark room, and there's bright light behind me, and I'm just like, "Hello, brother." He's like, "I'm in charge."
Oh,
I was totally wasted. And I said something like, "Oh, thank God." And he punched me, and then he left. So the next time I saw him, like I was sitting in the back of a bus, and we're driving to fucking, I don't know, where the hell we're going, from Venice to Rome. We're driving down there, and it's like, I don't know, 11-hour drive. And I'm sitting in the back of the bus, and he reaches down in this bag and he pulls out a bottle of wine and he hands it to me. We're just sitting there, the two of us just passing back.
What the?
He's telling me like, "Oh, I was stationed in the Philippines, and oh my God, these women."
The first line of the song was "Wine is fine, but whiskey."
Yeah, he was. I mean, he's like a Christian brother, basically. The same vows as a priest, celibacy, and all that shit. And he's talking to me about the Filipino women. And I'm like, "But you didn't." And he's like, "No, but I'm not dead." And he's just we hung out, we became friends, and it was fucked up, man.
You saw him last week, didn't you?
What? No, I wish. I told you he called me Dan. We were in Siena.
He called you Danny Boy?
Yeah, we were in Siena, and there was a shop that sold medieval weapons.
Oh yeah, you told me this story.
And I was like, I want all this shit, but I can't afford this. And he brought like a double-headed flail, the balls, the spikes in the end of a chain. And he's like, I was like, what that's for, you freshman? And then he called me down to fuck with a freshman one time with that thing. He scared the shit out of the kid. That would, I mean, yeah, you get adults on a trip like that, and what are they going to do? Be douchebags about it?
So everybody knows that Zach Wild now is the guitar player for Pantera. And there's all this controversy over it because, of course, Zach is Zach, and Zach is playing Zach style. It's like asking Ted Nugent to come and play for Led Zeppelin. It's going to sound like Ted Nugent playing Led Zeppelin.
Or to open up the Democratic.
So I don't understand why there's all this controversy.
Yeah. Yeah, you got if you're
different if you want a reproduction, then you go out and find the best cover player that can do it.
You find somebody who's in a
and there are guys
band
that fucking can nail that shit.
Yep. Yeah, I'm always amused by that stuff. It's like you hire this guy. It's like you're hiring him because of his reputation, his skills, and how he plays. Don't hire him because he's a clone.
Whole thing recently where Richie Faulkner is the guitar player for Judas Priest right now. I speak of him often.
Bought a car from his dad. Yeah,
his wife, her father is George Lynch.
That's terrifying.
Richie had been lobbying the guys in Priest to have George Lynch come in and do the second guitar part.
Mm-hmm.
That would not work.
Mm-hmm.
George is not that guitar player. George is a whole different genre style. Be better off getting a guy from Maiden or something.
He's weird watching him play.
George?
Yeah, it's like watching Bluto play the guitar.
He's having an orgasm.
His hands are fucking enormous. And we saw him at the only time I ever saw him was M3.
Oh.
And that's when, and he was up there playing, and he had the one guitar on the stand, so he'd go over and play that. Then he'd whip the run from around his back and play that. He was like doing that. But like, he's got these massive fucking hands, and it's just like, it almost looks like
he's very delicate on the guitar.
There's such precision when he's playing.
Yeah.
And he makes it look effortless. But everybody, you do.
No, I don't.
You do. You do to everyone else. It looks like effortless, but like he looks like he's like he's somebody give me a book. I'm bored when he's doing it. Like he doesn't look bored, but he looks like he's doing like 2 or 3 other things.
Sure.
It's crazy.
Fucking Zach.
Yeah, shit's not going on in Russia now. Nobody's going to play there.
Let's see if I can find some George. Because we have like 3 minutes left.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time.
Go on, George.
You may want to plug shit too.
Well, Friday night, Old School will be roast beef in Northeast Philadelphia on Common Avenue.
Roast beast.
And we're going to be doing, both locations Northeast soon. Woodhaven as well. There's a bunch of shows coming up there too. But this Friday at 9:00, Old School will be at Nick's Roast Beef at 9 p.m. doing all the stuff from the 80s and 70s that you love, hard rock and arena style. With there could be up to 5 new songs this show. In addition to that, I will be with my band Instinct on February 5th at Sweeney's on a multi-band show starting at 5 p.m. I don't know what time we're going on, but if you need tickets, you can write me and I will get you tickets. They're $12 ahead of time.
Oh, nobody has money like that.
Yeah, I know it's so brutal. So that would be cool. Anyway, let's see if I can find a George Lynch guitar solo to take us out on.
Am I the only one getting a boner right now?
Oy vey.
Am I?
So we're going to switch over from Zach, because these are some of my favorite guitar players. And, other than Akira Takasaki's the guy that really did it for me, but nobody knows who he is, so it doesn't matter.
They'll never, ever, ever, ever.
Here's George. And we have 2 minutes, so I want to just go out on this. If I don't know why
We'll play that out, and we'll be back next Tuesday at 7:30, right? You don't have anything going on, right?
What, next week?
Yeah.
I'm going to work.
Well, not Tuesday night at 7:30.
I should be home.
All right. Tuesday night, 7:30. I'm trying to do my DJ voice as much as I care to do. And,
the American Moron Entertainment Network. That reverb is really nice on that.
Yeah. Where the hell I can't get a bumper here? I can't find a good bumper. It's killing me. Oh, there it is.
You're listening to the American Moron Entertainment Network.
Day. Hey guys, what's going on?
That's us in a nutshell.
Yeah, pretty much. It's from a club. So we got 60 seconds, Jim. Anything you want to plug?
No.
How about the cat call?
The cat call. I don't know when she's doing it again. She hasn't been doing it in a while, but Montco Radio on Wednesdays at 9:00. The cat call, my daughter's radio show. She's not doing. I don't know if she's doing it tomorrow or not, but if she is, MontcoRadio.com or just look for Montco Radio, and you will find it online. Or you can go to iHeartRadio or a couple other things, but it's easier to just search it online.
They have a metal show on Saturday nights at midnight.
Oh, they've got a ton
Madness,
of cool stuff.
Metal Madness or Midnight Madness.
Yeah.
And they played Instinct this past weekend.
No, I told you one time when I was waiting for the cat call to come on, and they went out on an Instinct show.
Not only did they play Instinct, but they played a demo.
Where is that Matt? Matt doing that? Nice. Matt Porter, way to go, dude.
Yeah. Matt Porter.
Way to keep those kids in line.
All right. It's been a lot of fun.
Yep.
I need to go drink more alcohol.
Yeah, he does. It's pathetic.
See you next week.
Make me sad. All right. Take care, guys. We'll talk to you later. And Paula, let me know how the show went. We'll talk later. And Bree, be home in a few minutes. Yeah, I think we're done. All right. See you next Tuesday. Bye.
See you.
See you, Doc.
Bye. See you. Oh, now you hear me. Talking all night long, you couldn't hear me. Now you hear me when I say bye. Bye. See you. Adios. Goodbye. Peace out. We done. This thing still on? Are we still live? All right. Should I shut up? Should I just keep going? I don't know. Okay. I'll see you. Bye. Usually everything disappears by now. It's still lit up. Are we still live? Where'd everybody go? Everybody up and left me. Alrighty. For the past couple of minutes, you've been listening to Simon and Garfunkel's Sounds of Silence. Or Disturbed's version, whichever one you want to pick. Stiggs. Think you left everything on. Didn't you do this before? Too many beers, you probably pushed the wrong button. Yep. Alrighty. Everybody's gone.